Well, standing out here by the bar with me is Adam Gierasch, who's one of the writers of the Toolbox Murders remake, which I happen to be a big fan of. And why are you here tonight?
Because I wrote and directed Autopsy. Actually, to be fair, I wrote it with my girlfriend, love of my life, writing partner, Jace Anderson, and my buddy Evan. And we're here at Horror Fest. I'm excited.
How do you get to be a part of the film festival?
We screened it for them, they liked it, and voila.
Did you always plan on making it a part of 8 Films to Die For, or is that an afterthought after you made the film?
I had always wanted it to be, but, you know, as a director, writer, I try to make the movies the best I can, and then sort of throw them to the movie gods, and hopefully they land in a happy place. This Autopsy, I really wanted to be part of 8 Films to Die For because there's so few good venues for low-budget horror these days, and this is the primo one, so I was super excited.
Basically, what 8 Films to Die For is a horror film festival that moves from city to city. So in America, you go to your little mini mall, you show up to 8 Films to Die For, and they have all 8 horror films playing in one movie theater. And that's not normal around America. So I really am a big fan of the festival, and I think it's great that you got one of your films in there. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. You know, Autopsy is different than a lot of horror films that come out these days. It's not this bleached out, shaky cam, you know, try to be ultra foreboding movie. It's brightly colored. You know, I was very influenced by Dario Argento and Lucio Fulci, and it's sort of like a real throwback to like 80s grindhouse kind of cinema. So I'm very excited. It's really nasty and bloody and mean.
When you say mean, is that the kind of horror film that you enjoy?
I like mean, but I also like funny. And so Autopsy is both mean and funny.
You did the Toolbox Murders. That was like one of your first big horror films, correct? How did you get involved in that?
Well, we knew Tobe Hooper from, we did a earlier movie with him called Crocodile. It's okay, guys, you don't have to go rent it. And so we knew Tobe, and we wanted to work together again, and we were like, okay, let's try to do this you know, Toolbox Murders thing. And we never even watched the original. We wanted to be a totally different film. And so we just sort of said tools, murder, weird killings, and decided to throw in an odd supernatural twist to it, and voila! We loved working with Tobe a lot. I've really had the honor of working with really good filmmakers. I've worked with Tobe on 3 movies. I worked with Dario on Mother of Tears, the final of the 3rd Mother trilogy. And we worked with Clive Barker on this movie that actually never came out, so I won't talk about it. But
you can talk about it. This is all American horror, all things horror. We don't care if it came out. We don't care if it was only 5 minutes. We don't care if it's in a dumpster somewhere. If it's cool, we want to know about it.
You know, on the new movie we have Night of the Demons. You know what? I'm a fan first and foremost. That's the background I come from. That's the emotional place I come from. And so with Autopsy and the new one, Night of the Demons, these are movies that I'd want to see. And that's the only thing I can do as a filmmaker, is make movies that I want to see, and hopefully other people do too.
You know, that's really cool, because you're one of the first filmmakers I've talked to that said that. I myself, as a comic book publisher, always said that I want to make the comic books that I want to read, that aren't on the bookshelves, that I can't find anywhere else. Is that how you feel as a filmmaker?
Yeah, I mean, I know what I think is cool. I know what I think is cool, I know what I think is fun, and that's all I can do. If I do something that's not like that, it's not going to be any good. Because, I mean, look, in life, I don't have too many skills. I'm a pretty good director, I'm a pretty good writer, and all I have is my love of the genre. And that's what I have to depend on more than anything else.